Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Oni. Thanks for clicking. So in this video I'm going to share with you guys a very costly mistake that I made while I was at the university. If you want to hear my story, keep watching. So when I was in 300 level at the university, I studied law. Like, I'm a barrister now. So while I was in third year, because in first, second and third year we do borrowed courses in law faculty. So, and I think third year is the last year that you get to do borrowed courses, because from fourth year you now focus squarely on only law courses. So in third year second semester, we had this borrowed course, computer. Like, it was compulsory for everybody. You don't get to choose whether you do it or not. Like, it's compulsory for the faculty, for third years in the faculty. So it was like the last exam that we had in that semester, in third year second semester. So like, because law faculty always starts exam first and we always finish before every other faculty. So how we do it is that once we are done with our law courses, like with our law exams, it's now remaining only the borrowed courses. So we always have a lot of time, like, to study the borrowed courses. So as you're studying for the law courses that you have, you don't even bother checking the GS courses and all. So it happened that this computer was our last course in third year second semester. So everybody, like, because they have a textbook, you just need to read the textbook, and if the lecturer is gracious enough to give area of concentration, best. So that year now, everybody was like, we studied this textbook from cover to cover, because that year everybody was jacking this computer. Like, everybody was prepared. I was so prepared. Like, we sit alphabetically in the exam. So when it was time now, we entered for the exams. We wrote, like, everybody, this exam that once they share the question paper and you look and so many things, you don't even know where to start. That was how this exam was for me. So like, everybody was just so happy. Everything we read came out, so everybody was just writing. And we were writing all these things. The woman, like the lecturer that taught us, she would occasionally come into our hall, because as we are plenty, different lecturers are supposed to, like, invigilate the different classes. So she would, the lady, like the lecturer, she would occasionally come into our own hall and be like, remember to write your name and your reg number, remember to write that. Like, they kept singing this thing like as a song. Like, it was just too much. I was like, it's okay, we've heard all those kind of things. So everybody was just bent on, like, let's just write this thing and go, like, we are done with third year. Oh my god, those kind of things. So after writing now, after the exams, everybody came out. We were so happy. What we read came out, and this one, hey, we've written. Everybody was just like, we were so excited. So after all the plenty talks now, after exams, I went back to my room. It was immediately I got to my room that I remembered that I did not write my name and my reg number on my answer script. Like, the first time I remembered it, I was like, it's not possible. Like, because I'm a very thorough person. Like, no matter how in a hurry I'm in, like, I always make sure I write my name and my reg number before I even start answering any questions in the exam. So like, I've always been this thorough person. I've never made this kind of mistake. So I didn't even think that it was a kind of mistake that I could make. So like, the first time it came to my mind, I was like, it's not possible. Like, I must have written it at some point, because immediately we saw the questions, we were so happy that we knew the answers. So I was like, yeah. So, and I thought about this, and it was actually true that, like, I now realized that I can't remember writing my name or my reg number on my answer script. Hey, I was like, my spirit left my body, because this thing is a borrowed course. It's not even a law course. You say you know the lecturers, you can just go to the office and go and beg or something like that. This one, the woman comes from Nsukka. Like, for those that know UNN, we have 2 campuses. One is at Nsukka, the other one is at Enugu. So all the professional courses are in Enugu, while for all other ones are at Nsukka. So the woman comes from Nsukka to come and lecture us. So this exam, they brought it from Nsukka. So for me to see her, like, she doesn't even have an office in Enugu campus. For me to see her, I'll have to travel to Nsukka, and Nsukka is like 3 hours from Enugu. And not just that, like, I've never been to, the only time I went to Nsukka was during my post-UME. That was before I even started year 1. So I don't even know which side the computer department was located, or like, I was just so confused. I didn't know what to do. So like, the first thing that came to my mind was to just start crying first. I just cried. I didn't know what to do. So I called my mom. Tears couldn't even allow me to explain what was going on. So when I was like, I cried. She told me to calm down and like tell her what's going on. I told her that the exam I just finished writing, that I forgot to write my name and my reg number. Yeah. She told me I should calm down first. I should stop crying. That, do I have the woman's number? I said no. Like, because my mantra, like, all the time I was at the university, I always told myself that I'm always going to do things when others are doing, so that I don't have to go and start looking for a lecturer to come and start begging him or her to help me and do this, so help you for special favors or anything. Like, I've always said that I'll follow others and do something, like do things when we are asked to, so that no lecturer will notice me, because me, I don't like wahala. Like, I like, if they say we should do something, I'll just do it and go my way. So I didn't have her number. So she said I will have to go and get the woman's number and call her on the phone. I was okay. I was like, okay. And I went to our course rep that time. Now I collected the woman's number. That was how I called her the first time, and she picked the call. So she was not like, hey, what is it? And now, like, I told her my name. She said, like, the way she was even answering, I knew that, I just believed that I didn't have hope again. So I told her that my name is so and so, and that I forgot to write my name and my reg number on the exams we just finished like a few minutes ago. She was like, that means I failed now, so I should prepare and come back next year to write the exams. Hey, later she said this thing, she cut the call. That was when I now started like the serious cry, like the cry that I was doing before I called her was just like child's play. Okay, so I started crying. I didn't know what to do. I called my friend, like I called everybody I knew. They said I should just keep trying, like calling the woman. So I called her the second time. She now started cutting my call, like she was no longer picking my calls. I didn't know what to do. So like I just kept crying in my room, and then some people were now telling stories. When you're in the hostel and something happens to you, so everybody, it just feels like everybody have had that kind of experience. So some people were not like, this thing happened to them, and or they knew someone it happened to, and that the woman does not look back once she makes a decision. Hey, I was not like, so if I enter 48, I'll now come and be writing broad course again instead of focusing on my law courses. Hey, like I don't know what. And this exam that I believe I did very well in, how am I even sure that I'm going to like do this good in next year exam? So I called my friend. So he was of the idea that I should send the woman a message, and in the message I should make sure I include my name and my reg number, because the exam question paper, they had like they numbered the question papers. So, and I remembered my own number. so like it will be easier for her to help me and like insert it. So I just sent her a message. First of all, I told her my name is Onyii'S and my reg number is this, and my exam question paper has this number, that I forgot to write my name and my reg number, that she should please help me. That was like, and I told her God will bless her and go. I was just patronizing her in the message, but I made sure it was short. All these lectures, if you write long message for them, they'll just like discard the message and all. So I sent it to her. She didn't even like answer me. So my friend now told me that I should stop calling her, that if I continue to call her as she keeps cutting my call, that it will piss her off and I don't know what next she might do, so that I should just like give her some time. And I said okay, but then I had already lost hope, because the way she told me then I should prepare the way she told me I should prepare to come back next year to write the exam. And this is, I was not like, every single time this woman came into our exam hall to announce we should make sure we write our name and reg number. Why did I not write it that time? Why, like, I just kept punishing myself. I kept like, I didn't know what to do, but then I decided to just let it go. So what I did was, after 1 week, like when it felt like they must have started marking the exams, I now called her again, and then she picked my call and told her my name. She said I told her that I sent her a message the last week that it was me from law faculty, that I forgot to write my name and my reg number. She told me, and so I was like, I called to know if she can help me, that I'm really sorry that I made this kind of mistake and all that. But I was just talking plenty things that day, like I was just appealing to her conscience. So she was like, she's going to penalize me, that part of the exam, part of what they test in exam is those that can follow the rules and regulations or something like that. So that I already know that I'm not going to get my exact score. I was like, no problem, just let my results come out first, like let me not rewrite this course, please. She was like, she'll see what she can do about it, that she's not promising me anything. I told her, please, I'm banking on her promise. That was it too. She now cut the call. She didn't even like allow me to say anything. She cut the call. So that was when I just decided to remove it from my mind. I was like, anything that happens, it will happen. This is life, okay? And I've learned my lesson. Will I make this kind of mistake again? No. So we went home on break. When we came back and our results came out, I was so scared. I was even scared to check my result, because I was like, what if I don't see my result? What if they write missing scripts in my result? Like, I was just full of what if. At some point I was like, anything that will happen, let it happen. I'm tired of crying and punishing myself over this kind of thing. I know it's a big mistake, but it has happened. There's nothing I can do about it. So I now went and checked, and she gave me C. Like, she gave me a C. Oh, I was so happy that day. Like, I didn't even care about other courses that I did better than me. I was just like more happy about that one that I thought that I was going to rewrite, and then I had C. Like, I was so grateful. So I used my phone and sent thank you ma as a message. Like, I was so happy that day. I was so happy. So this also goes to tell you that no matter what you're going through, it will still be fine. Everything will still be fine. But the thing is, we are anxious to know the outcome. That's why we always like paranoid, like we want to know what the outcome will be. The truth is that it will always turn out fine. It will always turn out fine. If it doesn't, you learn from the mistake. So that is the end of my story, guys. Have you had this kind of experience? If you've had, please tell us in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.